This is Bradley Charbonneau, audiobook narrator and author. This morning, I've got a really bad idea. I want to record the entire process of me recording, mastering, uploading, publishing my audiobook. Now, the reason I want to do this is partly because I keep forgetting all the steps and I want to write them down. Partly because so many people ask me, could you just show how you do it? Could you just go through the steps? So I have a super short story. I don't know, 1,000 words or something. And but it kind of doesn't matter, a short story or a long book. It's the same process. And in fact, with the difference only being that the chapters are really short and there aren't that many of them, it's the same thing. You still have to go through all the steps. So there are a lot of steps, as I sort of have gone through on the right over here. And this is not meant to be the absolute end-all be-all of how to record an audiobook. It's just that it's 11:30 and I need to finish this audiobook before my kids get home. And we're going to see how far we get. And I want to upload to Findawayvoices. I want to get it done. I want to get it out the door. I want to hit publish today. And I just want to show you that it's possible. And there are some tricks in here that can, if you have any inkling of doing any of this on your own, I just want to show you some tricks that can really help with editing and messing up and fixing stuff. And then some batch processes that will just save you so much time. And I want to be done with this, 11:30. I wonder if we can get done by 1. Okay. Again, my book is super short. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to I'm just going to record my screen the entire time and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, when you have those ideas, like that would be a great idea. This was one of those, and we're going to see if I still think it's such a great idea. So I'm going to do a test little chapter here. So I've got a couple things open. Here's Vellum. Vellum is what I use to publish books. So I got that open. I've got Reaper open. Reaper, by the way, and again, I'm clearly just glossing over major details like I don't know what software am I using. So this is called Reaper, and this is digital audio workstation software. And it is, I got to tell you, it's not the friendliest thing, but that's kind of why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to show you, here's how to do it. Once you sort of get friendly with Reaper, Reaper, really, what a name, then you'll see how much time it's going to save. And if you can use other programs, which sure look prettier and probably have more like drag and drop gorgeousness, but this one, man, there is some time-saving stuff in here that will just rock your socks off. Okay, so let's get going. I just recorded just to test that it was working. And in fact, let's test the audio written and narrated by Bradley. So we'll see. I think that's the copyright or intro thing. And I'm just going to start and just show you and explain what I'm doing to give you an idea. And then I think I'm going to hit record. And what I'll do is I'll just fast forward, like crazy fast forward through all the stuff where I'm repeating chapters and stuff, and stop and slow down back to real time to show you, okay, so this is what I'm doing. So, for example, I'm in Reaper. You're like, what's Reaper? Reaper is a digital audio workstation. And there are fancy little plugins like these guys down here, Gate. I don't even know what they mean. And let me get that out of the way a little bit. And here, the big important button is this. And I'm going to do a couple of quick chapters for you just to show you what's going on. All right, so here we go. I'm going to record, and I think I'll talk through it, so I'll mess it up, and then I will show you how to do it properly. So I want to have my Vellum, where my book is, quickly, easily accessible. I'm kind of concerned about me clicking the keyboard back and forth, so I try to be quiet about that, right? So let's go back over to Reaper, and Reaper does give me a couple seconds, gives me this little 3-second pre-record thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to go do the epigraph, which is, 1 sentence, and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so I'm going to be silent silent. I'm not going to talk through it, and I'll come back and show you what I did. Here we go. Epigraph. Quote, "You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus." Unquote. Mark Twain. Okay, there we go. So you notice I kind of accidentally left a lot of room at the beginning, and then I consciously left a lot of room at the end. Okay, so I'm just going to go do another one just to give you an idea. Okay, and you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm moving the cursor just somewhere else to separate chapters, because Findawayvoices, ACX or Findaway, they're going to want individual files for each individual chapter or little part of your book. All right, what's next? Dedication. All right, come back over here. Dedication. For the olive-skinned woman, and for those who smile and awaken us. Now, I can hear an airplane going above me. And awaken us. Okay, I was trying to listen closely. I can't hear it. Okay, let's do there we go. There's two. Okay, we're done, right? I mean, here we have, there's only 15 whatever items here, and I've already done 3. Let me show you, I'm debating what to show you first to not freak you out. Let's do something crazy. So, as you see over here in my totally winging it checklist, heads and tails. Okay, so we got here heads and tails. That means the beginning and the ending time of each chapter. So I'm scrolling. By the way, I'm scrolling out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the beginning, secret bus. Okay, right there, and I want to find between 0.5 and 1 second. So I like to go right in the middle. I go to 0.750. So see, I'm holding, grabbing, and dragging. I'm going to go to 0.750. It's funny. I just had a thought. I just thought you were thinking of recording your own book. And after you already, what have we been on, 5 minutes? 5 minutes, you're already thinking, no way am I doing this. Okay, so now I know I dragged that part in. So the beginning of this is 0.750. Okay, so it's pretty safely in the middle. Now I'm going to do another crazy thing that's just going to blow your mind. I'm going to hit one key that I have pre-programmed to lower the volume of this section. So even though it's room tone or it's kind of silent, it's not really silent, and I'm going to lower the room tone of that thing. Now, that is way too complicated to show you right now. In fact, I can't even remember how I did it, but let's just say I'll show you later. Okay, now, also super important, I want to go to the beginning of this, and I want to set a marker, and I'm basically setting a marker saying this is the beginning of this chapter. And I think that was Shift-M. There it is, Shift-M. And now here, I need to be a little bit careful of naming and wording. Okay, so this is important because later it's going to render the file names according to what I put here. Okay, so here I like to give it a number, and this number is more for my own sanity. So 01 is the very first thing I've got going on, and that'll help with ordering later. And then what was this thing? What did I say it was? Opening credits. Okay, done. Now let's go to the end of this. Bradley Charbonneau. Okay, there's the end of it. I'm going to zoom in again. I think I heard a little tiny bit of something. Okay, so there to there. Now I want to get 1 to 5. So guess where I'm going? I'm going to go to 3 seconds, roughly, right? 3 seconds. I'm going to pull this guy in to 3. Now I know I have 3 seconds at the end. I'm going to do my fancy trick to lower the volume. And then I'm going to put a marker here. I do escape to get rid of that. I do a marker here. Again, Shift M. And now I want to do, now remember the alphabetical stuff, right? So I want to do end 01. So because later we're going to delete these. It seems weird, but we're going to delete these guys. So there we go. Now to see, I think I can view my mask. What are these things called again? view the marker, region marker manager. There we go. Okay, so now we see I have O1 and end O1. Okay, great. So that thing is done. By the way, I didn't mess up in there, so I'll show you how to mess up. Let's go do another one. Okay, here is the epigraph. I'm going to go to the beginning. I'm going to zoom in. And you can either do this at the end and you go find your 0.5 seconds and all that stuff later. I kind of like to do it after each chapter. Then I know that chapter is done. Epigraph. Okay, so right about there. I'm going to go find 0.75. Oops. Oh, that's already 2 seconds. So I clearly left a lot of space. I want 0.75. So you see that length thing, right? Length 0.75. There we go. Pull this in. Zip. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down on the volume. Zoom in. Pick my M. Shift M. O2. Epigraph. Now remember, this stuff is going to kind of show up in later. So you don't want to name it dorky stuff. Name it real stuff. Give it the number for the ordering thing, but then give it a real name. All right, here's the end. So about there. And again, we want 3 seconds. 2, 4. Okay, there's 3. Back over here, 3 seconds long. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower the volume. Go to the end. Shift M. And what was this? End of, and I can see it down there, right? End of O2. There we go. So down here later, I'll be able to sort these by name. And I'll see, this is also a handy way to get places. So I want to go to the open credits. Boop, go there. Boop, go there. Okay. I finished that. Let me just finish that last one. I'm going to give you one more. Fantastic. I mean, on the edge of your seat. And I'll just go faster. 0.75. That's why it helps to scroll, to zoom in, right? Because I can't see. Where is 0.75? It's all small. And I could get a little closer. 0.76, whatever. Here we go. 1, 2, 4. Is it 4? Whatever. Shift M. O3. Dedication. End of this one. Let's get our 3 seconds. 3. Yay. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Shift M. End of O3. See how fast that is? We're just cruising. All right, let's make a mistake. Next chapter, I'm ready. See, those guys are totally done. All we have to do later is all automated. Those first 3 sections, we're done. All right, pretty awesome, right? I mean, how many more we got? Who knows? All right, next. This is an automatic table of contents. Don't need to say that. Okay, here we go. This is a foreword by Serena Thomas. Now, in my ideal world, I've had the foreword read by the actual person. I want to get this thing up today, and it's super short. I'm just going to do this. Maybe I can change it later. I can upload the file and do it later. But for now, I just want to get this thing up here. So I'm going to show you how to make a mistake, and then we're going to fix it, okay? And again, I'm going to be quiet as I go through it. I'll show you my mistake. I'll make a mistake, and then I will show you how to fix it after, okay? This is just 100 words, so it'll also give you an idea of the real deal. All right, here we go. Okay, shh, quiet on the set. I'm such a dork. Foreword by Serena Thomas. Quote, "It's been on my wall for years." Unquote. Serena Thomas. So, Bradley, back in 2004, I came across your story, The Secret Bus to Paradise. I have printed it out. It's been on my wall for years, and I regularly read it and give it to my clients. I'm a therapist. I just read it again this morning as I'm working on a 400-word short story. Pop, pop, pop. I just read it again this morning as I'm working on a 100-word short story about love, and I only have a sentence or two to make the readers deeply care about my character. The line about the olive-skinned woman whose smile was so warm and unconditional that it added 3 years to someone's life is just magic. Beyond magic. Serena Thomas, New York, 2019. Okay, now let me show you the fun stuff. So remember I messed up? And then after I messed up, I said pop, 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 really loud. So can you tell where that is? I see it. It's right there. Pop, pop, pop. That's why I do it. So we're just going to cut that part out. I do need to make sure one thing. Yeah, ripple edit. Yeah. So there's the mess up. Here's the mess up. Pop, pop, pop. Okay. And then here's the good thing again. I just read it again. I just read it again. So we need to find I just read it again. I just read it again. Okay, there it is. So now we know that I just read it again, and then there's a mistake. I just read it again this morning as I'm working on a 400-word. Okay, now it's my conscious mistake. I said 400 instead of 100. So I just want to take this bit, remove the whole thing, and then, I can't remember, is it delete? Nope. How about Command delete? There we go. Command delete. I'm on a Mac. Okay. So now let's listen to this. What's it supposed to say? It's the 400. So I'm a therapist. I just read it again. Okay. To my clients. I'm a therapist. I just read it again this morning as I'm working on a 100-word short story about. Okay. Gets that? It's gone. That part is gone. And here we don't hear any click or middle or I'm a therapist. I just read it again. Okay, so and if you think, oh, you know what, that's too much space in there, I just grab a little space, Command delete, and shorten it a little more. Okay, that's it. We just edited a fix. I made a mistake. I did pop, 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 and I fixed it. That's it. So now what am I going to do? This chapter's also done. I go here, now you know the drill. Okay, so I'm going to keep the recording on just because I'm a dork and because I want to learn how to fast forward things too in the video. And I'm going to go through my chapters. Oh, by the way, I'm going to have a little sip of water or my tea here, my chai. Don't recommend doing that during the recording. And we're going to zip along. Okay. So I'm going to go do more chapters and I will stop if I remember something that I need to show you. Okay. So here we go. All right. I will see you back in regular speed when I'm done. Here, let's check the time just for kicks. It is almost noon. All right. We're going to see. The end. Thank you for reading Secret Bus to Paradise. Books don't often have the end anymore, so I thought I'd make sure we're really done here. But of course, it's just the beginning. The bus is always leaving the station. It's just a matter of choosing to board now or tomorrow. This has been Secret Bus to Paradise, written and narrated by Bradley Charbonneau. Copyright 2019. Bradley Charbonneau. Okay, so one thing here, we need a sample chapter. And so you'll see I'm done with all my chapters. Yay. And I even did all of the other stuff, afterword, epilogue, all that, and I need a sample chapter. And I can't remember. I think it's between 1 and 5 minutes. So, I mean, the kind of weird thing about this book is that it's so crazy short. Here, I like this one. So I'm going to do chapter 5. So go right here. And what I can do is just click once, copy, go to the end, and paste. And then let's see. Oh, look at that. It even took make the thing quieter of stuff. So now I do need to give it new markers. So we are down to, this is then 18 sample chapter. And I'm going to give it at the end. Okay. Now, I now have all of the audio I need. Okay, we are done. While I was doing it, so per chapter, I fixed the pops. Did that. Done. Yay. Now, we've got here. By the way, I'm going to go over here and check some stuff. Edit, did the editing. The master is what we're going to do now. By the way, I got my equipment. All this good stuff, right? View options. We did all that. I mean, I didn't show you how to do this. But, oh, you know what I need? I need the room tone file. So I'm going to make a new, I'm going to save my work, by the way. Save my work. I need a new track. And this is room tone. Okay, so what this is this, you can find this stuff online, search for room tone and stuff. And it is then, so I have this over here somewhere, room tone. So this is a recorded, I go all the way to the beginning here. Recorded nothingness. It's recorded silence kind of. Well, it's not silence. It's weird. It's recorded room. Okay, so this is clearly an hour long. I think I cut and pasted it together before. So this is then sort of silence in the background. And I don't completely understand it, so I can't even explain it. But it's you don't want total silence. You don't want like the machine is off. You want this sort of background. It's not a hum. It's just background nothingness, that not quite nothingness. How's that for an explanation? That's great, isn't it? So I got my room tone in there. Lower volume action key, did that. Folders. I made my folders, so we're going to render in a minute here. I did my fix pops, did my mark. So now we're going to do markers to regions. Now the reason you do this is because then we're going to export based on regions. So we've got all our, there we go, convert markers to regions. Okay, so what that's going to do, it's going to take all of these things that have an M down here, and it's going to make them an R for region. And don't ask me why we're doing this. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to do run and close. Now they're all R's. Now, remember we made the end of things, so I can get rid of those guys because they're like nothing. And then I'm going to sort this thing. And see all these end guys? We don't need those anymore. So it's what makes the region. Now we have like a chunk of text, and that's already set up as a region. So we're done with that. I'm going to just delete and now sort again. And we'll see that thanks to my brilliant numbering scheme, we have 18 files. Okay, that's it. Now we need to export. Now we do want to turn on. I got to make sure the the room tone is on. Got that. And then they're not muted. Good. And now we are going to render. All right. now we've got the FX. What that means now is it's going to turn on the effects on the Paradise, on this one, to make it all happy. Okay, here we go. We are now going to render. It means we're going to make files. Manager. We need the region marker manager thingy, because I don't know why. Region render matrix. Here we go. All right. So this is basically, what do I want to render? I want to render the master mix of all of the everythings. Okay, so I'm basically choosing why. In fact, I should add that in here. Markers to regions, did that. And then I need the, what's this thing called? Region manager, and check all boxes. Okay, yay. And we did that. All right, now we're ready to render. Here we go. Render. We have the master mix, we want the project regions and the region manager. There's the region manager and all the regions. And this directory, we need a directory specific to this book. There it is, Paradise Renders and Render 2. And then this one, the wildcards, we want this thing to say region. So it's going to take that region name, and that's the name it's going to give. Okay, so the rest of this stuff, this is important. I want the wave format. Stereo doesn't really matter. It's going to be mono later, so it doesn't terribly matter. It's kind of, and we make sure we got 18 regions. Yay. And we can render. Wave, good. All right, here we go. Okay, that was fun. That's it. The whole book is rendered. Now we need another test. Then there's this thing called Ophonic. The good old Ophonic leveler. Yeah, everybody has this program. Okay. There we go. I got to go get my files. Where are they? They are under Paradise Renders. Look at that. There they are. So I'm going to take all these 18 files. I'm going to drag them into my Ophonic leveler. And these preferences, there's a gazillion preferences. If you want to screenshot these as I'm going along, there you go. There's that. There's that. There's, oh, here we go. I should make this one better. Get my, not, which project is it? It's Paradise. And then which folder? Ophonic. There we go. Good thing I checked. Auto, in, out, output format, wave, bet, mono, mix down. So now it's gonna put them to mono anyway, right? So we got that. There we go. We're gonna process all files. Here, they're gonna go over there. There we go. All done. Thanks, Ophonic leveler. Gotta love ya. Now, I know, are we not done yet? Second opinion. Okay, this is crazy. So this thing takes your files and it's going to check. This is basically the killer here, this min RMS nightmare. This is what, it's like root, median, I don't even know what it is. It's basically a check, and this is kind of doing the check that ACX is going to do. So you kind of don't want to skip this one. So I'm going to go to Ophonic, because here, these are my files. Choose, and there it goes. So it's checking for several things. It's checking for errors. It's checking for that the tails and the heads, are they too short, too long? And it's checking that min RMS things. Okay, so I have found in the past, when I have a super short chapter, which I kind of do, right, that it can make a mess of this. So let's see, it found 3 errors. Error, tail length is shorter than minimum in chapter 1. All right, let's go have a look. I can use my handy dandy regions here, chapter 1, but the end, All right, tail in, what was it? Chapter 1, the low rumble. Oh, chapter 1. Go here, and the end is too short. Now, sometimes I got to tell you, I just don't believe the thing. So here, if I look at this and I say, well, there's the end. That's 3 seconds. Now, remember, I need to look, okay, see this bar up here? That's the region. So that's correct. And that's about 3 seconds. So you know what? I'm going to overrule this judgment. What else? I at least want to check the errors. So, okay, same thing. Tail, also by Bradley Charbonneau, tail link too short. Let's go check out the also by. That is over here, pretty sure. Yeah, also by. Also too short. And if I look at it, and okay, look, that's actually correct. Because where's the bar? See that? Where's the gray bar? Oh, so look at that. That is a mess. Okay, so that gray bar, that region is not correct. That region was chopped off for some reason. So maybe I forgot to put the marker meter thingy. Okay, so I need to redo that. I need to redo number 15. Okay, hey, that's why we have checks, right? Let's go. What was the last one? Error, tail link short of the minimum in, and go. Okay, 2 errors. Yay. Error, tail length and a low rumble. We are good, except the problem is that we have WAV files. And what we don't want WAV files. We want MP3s because that's what Findawayvoices and Audible want. XLD, that was it. XLD, what a great name. So I'm going to take these guys. XLD is now open, kind of, down there. I'm going to take all 18 of these. Oh, you know what? Sorry, XLD. Turn on XLD, and then there are some settings, preferences. Oh, this is good. I did this again. Output set. I'm going to set it to the proper folder. Final MP3s. That's the one I want. Now this program's kind of weird. It doesn't have like an interface. It's just this floating in the background thing. So I take my files, I go hover over XLD and drop it onto that XLD thing. And then it's done. Let's just do a test MP3 forward. Okay, sounds good, right? Afterward. One quick check. Remember that also by. So this says also by Bradley Charbonneau. Okay. Oh yeah, 147 because I had chopped that thing off. All right. We are done. We are ready to upload. All right. Let's go do that. All right, here we go. I'm in Findawayvoices, my audiobooks, published and in progress. I have none in progress. Let's start a new project. I want to sell existing audiobook because I guess I already did it. Title. Secret butt to paradise. But no, don't go. Secret bus to paradise. Hey, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to try to copy and paste as much as possible here. Description. Now, this is where I don't recommend doing what I'm about to do, and that is wing it. Because it's a little more of a pain to fix your audiobook stuff than your other stuff, than your other books. So, but you know what? I want to get this done. I want to get it out. All right, I did that. Did it work? Yeah. Look at that. It's kind of cool. All right. Okay, this one I should not mess around with. But I will. All right, that's good. There's way too many. ISBN, don't have that. I don't think I have any of this stuff. Important dates have been available on any platform before. Nope. Street date. I don't totally understand this thing. What is this? Your street date officially becomes available. You know what? I'm going to say September 17th. That's the day I wanted it to go out. I mean, that's the day the audiobook's going out. So, I mean the ebook. Copyright. Dated. Distribution. I want Voices Plus. This is basically, they do everything and make it fantastic. Everything. Is this title currently claimed? Nope. Audio. All right, here's the good part. I don't really get this, but I don't want to provide notes. Oh, yeah, I don't have a narrator. Done. Now, this is important stuff. This is where we get into that order. So here's opening credits. That's a pretty easy one. Because I called it, look, opening credits. Okay. Take that, MP3, drag. Front matter. And this is kind of neat. It'll show you up here, total runtime. So up to 14 seconds. Front matter. This is stuff like everything before chapter 1. Epigraph, dedication, forward, preface. Drag. There we go. Okay. Let's double check. I want to see the total time. Total time, 15 minutes. It's got to be the shortest audiobook ever. We have opening credits, yes. We have front matter, epigraph, dedication, forward, preface, 2, 3, 4, 5. Body matter, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back matter, afterward, epilogue, about, also the end, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And closing credits. So funny, it's 15 minutes. And submit audio files. Your audio is locked in. So we're not for sale yet. Continue to final review and submission. So let's see if we've botched this in any way. There's my cover. There's my title, subtitle, description, author, narrator, publisher, series, not a series, adult, nonfiction, personal growth, happiness, yay. 99 cents, $6.99, source audio, Voices Plus. I think we're good. Are we good? We're good. I like my cover. It's fun. Made that this morning. All right. Submit for publishing. What time is it? 1:20. All right. I said 1, maybe, right? 1:20. Seriously? What's that? 2 hours? So if you think about it, though, 2 hours for a 15-minute book. Whew. I mean, of course, I did a lot of explaining in the meantime, but it takes some time, right? And I had a mistake. What was my mistake? Oh, yeah, we found an error. I had to do that again, so I had to render everything again. So, yeah, it can take some time. Submit for publishing. Congratulations. All right. So I do not recommend going at this speed and getting your entire audiobook done in a morning. But hey, it's fun. I wanted to do it. I did it. We're done. It's up there. It should be ready in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And it probably won't be in time. No, it won't be in time at all because my real date is September 17th. But hey, I just wanted to show you it can be done. We got it done in the morning, recording in the morning, and we did it. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm an audiobook narrator. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any question, don't ask me. Okay, I'm kind of kidding. All right, I got to go walk Pepper. He's been waiting up for me patiently all morning. Okay, hope this is helpful. Please upload your audiobooks. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm such an audiobook fan. And basically, if your book does not exist in audio, there's a good chance I won't read it. So, speaking of, that's what I'm going to go do right now. I'm going to walk in the woods with Pepper and listen to somebody's audiobook. Okay? All right, that's it for now. Bye-bye.